Hi guys, I hope you are all well. Today I thought I would sit down and film a little designer wish list, which I think I have done before. If I have, I'll leave a link below, but it was going to be a while ago. But basically I put on my Instagram if there was anything that you guys wanted me to film for IGTV or YouTube, and a couple of people asked for a designer wish list, which is something I'm happy to oblige to. So yeah, I'm basically just going to rattle through my Net-a-Porter saved list because there is a lot in there. I will also say I am not going to buy any of this stuff right now. Obviously, with what's going on in the world, buying these things is literally the last thing on my list. Being self-employed, my earnings are massively stunted, etc, etc. So this is very much like a light-hearted distraction video. This is by no means telling you should go and buy these things right now. But as again, I've said many times, I'm all for like having a goal and saving towards it. So if that's something that's going to help you get through like this miserable time, then by all means go for it. God, that was literally the worst luck ever. I got a minute and a half into filming and then my camera died. So there hasn't been many bags that I've been like desperate for lately, and then in the last like month, like 2 or 3 have popped up that I'm like, ugh. So I'm sure eventually I'll own one of them. Don't know when that will be, but one day. The first one is this Bottega. I'll put a picture here. The little Bottega, I don't actually know what it's called. Let me have a look. Oh, it's a cassette. So yeah, the Bottega cassette, and I literally love it. I think this is a proper forever bag, just like the Celine Trio that I've got and a few others. It's just so timeless, and it is £2,090, which is more than I've ever spent on a bag and not something I would ever do frivolously. But I just think it's so beautiful. I've never actually seen it in the flesh, but I've seen it on so many people, and the leather just looks super buttery and soft, and it's just the right size, and oh god, I literally love it. As said, forever bag. So I think if I were to ever buy this, it would be a real investment piece, because even if people decided tomorrow that they're not actually big fans of Bottega anymore, I wouldn't care, because this is just such a classic bag, and it's kind of one of those bags where you don't know unless you know, which is what I love. A lot of, in fact most of my bags are fairly understated, and the sort of thing that no one would really know what it is you've got unless they're into it and they kind of know what they're looking at. So yeah, would adore that. And I also love the white, but I think black is more forever. If you can hear bits and bobs, it's because it's such a beautiful day outside. Obviously we can't go out, but I've got my window open, and also we have the world's worst neighbours upstairs, so you might be able to hear them as well. Also in expensive bags is this Gucci horsebit number. What's the actual name? It is the 1955 horsebit detailed textured leather shoulder bag, and again it is a whopping £1,750, so not something to spend lightly, but again I think it is beautiful. I think it's timeless. It's the sort of thing that looks like it's been passed down from your nan or whatever else, and it's also really good size. I do kind of wish they made a slightly smaller one, but I don't think if they ever did it would be the right size that I'm after, because it would literally be like a few inches smaller, whereas I think they're more likely to bring out like a weird little tiny one. But this I just love. I don't think it's too OTT. Again, like you kind of know if you know, but it's not in your face Gucci, it's not printed, and also where it's textured, it should take a bit of sort of everyday use fairly well. Again, I have seen this all over the internet, and it probably is a case of seeing it so many times that you just fall in love with it, but such is life. I spend my life on the internet, so I'm unsurprised that would happen. Next up are these Philip Lim Yasmin leather sandals. These I think are amazing. I've had these in my net wish list for so long now. It does say they come up a size too big, so if you do buy size down. I never understand that. If the website has to tell you that they come up big, why wouldn't the manufacturer clock onto that and make them smaller? Don't know. Anyway, these are £475, which yes is a lot of money, but I do think they're the kind of sandals that you would wear year after year. That's kind of a theme running through. You'll notice that nothing, if anything, in here, maybe something, no, it's all pretty neutral, classic pieces, because if you followed me for a while, you'll know that I never invest in anything too trend-led or anything like bright or colourful, usually because it's just not my style, but also because, you know, I don't have the money to just shop entirely designer, so therefore I kind of want to make sure I get the most wear out of it I can. But yeah, I just love the chunky sole on these, the big cross detail, and then the ankle strap. They're just like my dream shoe. They are something I reckon will go into the sale when we end summer, so it could be something to look out for, especially if you would like wear them ongoing. So I'm going to keep those in my wish list and just keep an eye on them, because you never know, you might just get a great bargain. Back again to bags. There are a lot of bags in here. It's funny because someone asked me on Instagram the other day what bags I was looking at the moment, and I was like, do you know what, none. And then I looked at this and I was like, oh yeah, there's a lot. I got it wrong. I have loved this Loewe basket bag for 2 years, however long since it came out. I will say I think it's extortionately priced. I think for Loewe it's cheap. However, oh my god, can you hear the kids screaming? It's so awful. I can't believe we have to be in isolation underneath this for however long. Anyway, I will say it is expensive for a basket bag, considering if you happen to be on holiday in Marrakesh or literally anywhere, you will find basket bags for, you know, £10, and they're handmade and you can meet the maker, and it, you know, it's lovely to do that. But there just is something about this. It's beautiful, and this year they've released it with the white leather, which I love, but I don't think it's something I would ever buy into at the moment, on the basis that while I do think it would last me years, it's never going to date as a basket bag. I just think, you know, that much money to part with on essentially a beach bag, which I wouldn't use it for the beach, but you know, it's a lot of money. So I love it, love it, love it, love it. And I also love the tan one, but probably not going to spend the money on it right now. Let's bounce into some beauty bits. These are on Net-a-Porter, so I'm classing them as luxury. But first is the Aesop Parsley Seed Mask, I think it is. It's the Parsley Seed Cleansing Mask, which is £33. It comes in one of the beautiful Aesop tubes, and I have wanted it for ages. I don't know why I haven't just bought it, to be honest. Like, it's like a luxury, but you know, it's one of those things that you can buy and feel good about the fact you treated yourself. So maybe in a couple of weeks when we really need this, I might just have to purchase. But I've tried a sample of it. You know, Aesop give you the little sachets. I did try one of them and it was just so lovely on your skin, and of course everything smells amazing from Aesop. Some people say Aesop, I've always said Aesop, so I'm going to keep saying Aesop. But yeah, I love it. I think I might potentially consider treating myself, depending on how we go work-wise. Sticking with beauty, I am a massive Byredo fan. I don't know if you can see it here. I've got my Gypsy Water perfume, which lives on my mantelpiece because it's that beautiful. And I love that. I bought that in Christmas 2018 by Kim. I only save it. I don't save it for best, but I do. It's not an everyday perfume for me because I'm just too scared to use it up, because they are £115, so they're not cheap. However, I would love the scent Bal d'Afrique, which I have a hand cream of, and it smells beautiful. I'm not even going to try and explain it, but if you want to have a look, I'd look it on the website because I'm terrible at describing scents, but it smells amazing and I would really love to add that to my collection. Plus it would look really cute sitting up there with my other one. So yeah, that is on my wish list. Now, I absolutely don't need another pair of these Gucci loafers, but I have wanted this colourway for so long now. These are the taupe sort of beige coloured ones, which I think would slot into my wardrobe so perfectly. They are £540, so they are not cheap, and I do own 2 pairs. Kim amazingly bought me the black pair, the Jordan black pair, which have the hard heel, whereas these are Brixton, which have the collapsible heel, which I actually don't think I would use because I would feel like I was ruining them. So he bought me the full shoe in black for Christmas just gone, and I had treated myself to the backless mules about 3 years ago, which honestly cost per wear, I can say, are probably down to about 50p now. That would be about 700 wears, I think, with what I ended up paying for them. So yeah, I have worn those a hell of a lot. They were a breakup present to myself, and I've never regretted it because they are battered, and yes, quite frankly, they need resoling, they need a good looking after and a good polish. But honestly, I've got so much wear of them that I feel like if I were to invest in another pair, it would again be something that I would get so much wear of that I wouldn't regret it. I might even consider, if I were to be buying these, to buy the backless version in the taupe, only because I've worn the backless ones so much more than I have worn the full size ones. But then again, I have had them 2 years longer, 3 years longer. So there you go. Another bag, and this one is the Loeffler Randall. Loeffler? I may have just slaughtered that, but this is the Maya woven tote bag. I just love it. I think it's lovely. It is leather, which is a big plus for me because it's way more hard wearing, and also I think they look better with age. It's £340, which in the spectrum of big-ish designer handbags is, in my eyes, more affordable. But I just think this would be such a good everyday bag. I'm assuming, to be honest, I haven't actually looked at the size. Let me see if I can look at the size. Judging by the size on the model, it would definitely fit like a laptop and all your daily essentials, like my little camera that I'm filming on now. So it'd be a perfect like work sort of bag. Obviously not my big kit camera, but you know, that's never going to fit in a handbag. But yeah, I do think this is really sweet and super reasonably priced if you're looking for like a mid-level designer bag. There's not many items of clothing in my wish list, mainly because, like I said, I don't tend to invest in things that could potentially date or ruin or not wash well, etc, etc, because I just couldn't afford to. So I tend to invest in shoes and bags and those kind of whatever, where I can wear them and wear them and wear them. However, there are a couple of bits, one being this khaki green Acne Studios jumper, which is £260, which I'm going to put out there and say I think is reasonably priced for an Acne jumper, not in the spectrum of jumpers. But as far as Acne knitwear goes, I think £260 is vaguely reasonable for what it is. It's a nice sort of oversized fit. I think I'd wear it all winter long. The only thing I do worry about is washing it, because I imagine it's hand wash only, and I always end up just putting them on a wool wash in the washing machine. Well, my and other stories ones. So yeah, I don't know what the case would be with that, but I do think it's beautiful and I love the khaki green colour of it. I've also got this, now I would say Matteo, but I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I'm sure I've heard someone say Matto, but I would say Matteo. I really don't know, but it's this black dress, which is, I think it's like a knitted fabric, and it's maxi, and then it's got a beautiful scoop back. I actually saw Shop from the Street Lizzie trying this on in a video recently, and it looks so amazing on her. I mean, she is bloody tall and statuesque, so that could explain it, but I just think this would be so good to slip on with Gucci loafers or the Philip Lim sandals, or just any other sandals, and you know, maybe a Loewe tote bag, just for pottering or a day on, like a day in town, or you know, on holiday. I just think it'd be so good to slip on. It is £350, which I definitely think the quality would probably be up there, but in the spectrum of can I find a black maxi dress with a dip back on the high street, I'm gonna say it's probably a yes. I reckon Mango and or Zara would do something very similar, so I'd definitely look there if I were looking to purchase something along these lines. However, if money were no issue, I would buy this at the drop of a hat. I would love to support, obviously, designers, but it's a lot of money. And I will leave it with one last item. Again, it is clothing, and it is these Remain Berger Christensen. Again, not Scandinavian, probably just slaughtered that. Khaki green trousers. I love khaki green, if you couldn't tell. I have a very limited colour palette, and khaki green is so in there. I see it as a neutral, and these I think are beautiful. The fit looks amazing. They're £140, which I think is really reasonable. Tailored trousers are something I would invest in on the basis that they last forever, and I wear them so much. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that in the winter I pretty much just live in tailored trousers with big knits. So I kind of feel like I could justify a little bit more on tailoring. They are a cotton linen blend, which literally sounds dreamy. The only thing is I imagine they would crease to buggery, but what are you going to do? You'd look amazing. These would also be amazing in black, so I might do some investigating, see if they come in black. But yeah, they look great. I would love to try them on. I'm sure you would feel tall and statuesque and amazing in them. So they were my Net-a-Porter wish list items, or items that I have sitting in a wish list that I potentially might never buy. But I thought I would break the monotony and film this video for you guys. Let me know if there's anything else that you fancy watching, because we have all the time in the world and I would love to film for you. I'm gonna go and do some more work now, but I will see you in my next one, guys. Bye!